Hi everybody, how you doing? It's your buddy Uncle Bruce. Welcome to Friday, option expiry Friday. It's Friday, August the 26th, 2022. And here we are watching the options crap out. Those that are out of the money. They are losing it, and they're going to keep losing it. Well done, everybody who wrote options in the last week or so, 2 weeks or so on various issues, various equities. We've got the market going, the direction you want it to go, and or not moving at all, and that's okay too. If the market doesn't want to go up and just stay flat, then stay flat and let these out of the money contracts just slump in value, raising the percentage gain and the money gains that you're generating here by being an option writer. Obviously, some cases shares can go higher during the week. It still doesn't matter if you've written a $1.50 out of the money contract and the stock goes up a buck. The contract is worth nothing on expiry day. So returns are returns, and they're being enjoyed by a number of folks out there who are writing options, letting the gamblers on the casino floor take all the risk. They're the ones who are risking every nickel they're putting into the options market for any kind of return. They're the ones hoping for a miracle, an absolute miracle of movement. You've noticed this week how the Dow dropped 600 something on Monday, another 100 on Tuesday. I think we were down 800 points by Tuesday. Flat, little gain on Wednesday, a 300-point gain yesterday. We're down 43 right now. We're going to have a down week for the Dow. Tremendously down? No. And that's the best part about this campaign. If you're an option writer, you don't need the market to crash for you to make any kind of money. You need the market just to kind of act normally and just kind of, have an up day, have a down day, have a flat day. Time passes. Another week has gone by since Monday to today, and options are losing value, time premium value dramatically. Of course, last week, a 3-week option now is down to a 2-week option. A 2-week option from a week ago is now a 1 week left to go option. Options that had a week to go last week are dying this afternoon at the bell, and they're either in the money or they're not. There's a line, and above the line, the contract has some value. Below the line, it has zero value. And everybody knows it. It's not like this is a mystery. Everybody knows in the option game how options come down, 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 down. There are gamblers out there who only have $200, $300, $500. These guys are trying to buy contracts for 5 cents, 10 cents, 12 cents, and they'll try to sell them for 20 cents, 25 cents. If they can get in at a dime and out at a quarter, they consider themselves geniuses. They'll try to buy, a $10 contract. They'll try to buy 10 of them for $100 and then dump them for $250. And then they'll try to roll the $250 and turn it into $400 or $500, all on the last day or two of an option's life. We're talking real gamblers. But this is exactly what Las Vegas is like. You have people come to a slot machine that have 25 pay lines or 48 pay lines or 60 pay lines. They put $100 bill in there, and they're gambling a nickel on 100 lines, and that's a $5 wager every time they hit the button on the slot machine, $5 at a time. Their odds of winning are minuscule. They know it, the casino knows it, and all the players on the floor know it. But every once in a while, you hear bells going off somewhere on the casino floor that somebody who wagered a $5 wager turned it into $100. Yay! You went from 100 to 30 and you won 100. You're now at $130. Stop playing. Walk out of the casino with $130. I dare you. No one does that. You know what they do? They keep playing. And then eventually that 130 is zero and they're gone. Option players that you're up against as writers run the gamut. You might be selling an option to an institutional buyer You might be selling an option to an out-and-out gambler that shouldn't be doing it. You might be selling an option or 2 or 5 or whatever number you're writing to someone who's trying to acquire 100 contracts, and you're only selling them 5. They're trying to buy 95 more of those contracts, and they've got their broker going out there, their broker's computer, trying to fill the order. You don't care. You're just offering contracts into a market that's desperate to get them. And when you're a buyer, you're the same thing on the other side. Dave, Scott, got your PayPal. Send me an email. Those of you who are trying to buy contracts back, you could be buying back from an institutional seller. You could be buying back from an out-and-out gambler who's making money or losing money or breaking even. You don't care. You're just filling your treasure, your orders where you want your orders filled. You've got a stink offer when you sell them. You have a stink bid when you buy them back. And the difference is I sold them here, I bought them here, and I keep the difference. Thank you very much. That's the change is mine. And if you're only making, 50 cents on a contract, but you're buying back 10 of those contracts for a 50-cent gain per contract, it's $50 times 10, $500 made this time around. It's a question of how many do you write? How often do you write? And on a monthly basis, you do your mathematics and go, yeah, you know what, Bruce, I wrote 60 contracts this month. And I made an average of 50 cents a contract. I am writing mainly on much lower price stock, but 60 times $50. I made $3,000 this month writing contracts that netted me 50 cents each. Where others of you are saying, I only wrote 20, but I made $250 a contract. I made $250 a contract on 20 contracts. I cleared $5,000 this month. And then there are others of you who say, I wrote 200 contracts this month and I made $2 a contract. I made $40,000 this month. And I quit my day job a long time ago. Yes, this is the game here, as we are here every Friday. Every Friday, options expire that were written either yesterday, they were written Monday, they were written 3 weeks ago, they were written 3 months ago, they were written a year ago. There are viewers here who write contracts on Mondays that expire on Friday. They write contracts on Mondays that expire a week from Friday, 2 weeks from Friday, a month from Friday, 6 months from now, a year from now. The option players are everywhere, and there are gawa billions of options out there to play with, to write and recover and buy back on all kinds of issues for all kinds of expiries. And this is why the options market is hundreds of billions of dollars. It might be into the trillion or more of active cash in that market. And you're in here watching me, hanging out with yours truly. And you are picking up the tips on how to become a deadly option writer. And this week and last week, I have been showing off this PayPal address here and showing off this website here, stockmarkerswithbruce.ca, and showing off my email address, brucefarm@hotmail.com. All of these are down below in the description, as most of you should know. And I've been telling you, look, you want to become an option writer? You want to make a couple of $100 a week more? You want to get $100, a couple $100 a week cash into your account, just writing a few contracts here and there? Great. You want to bring in more than a couple $100 a week? You want to bring in 500 to 1,000 a week, 1,000 to 3,000 a week, 3,000 to 10,000 a week, whatever you can, whatever you want to do. You want to become an option writer bringing in some serious money, but you got to start at the ground level. Fair enough. No problem. The option market is open to all. You can bring a couple $100 and buy $10 and $20 contracts and gamble like a wild person to try to make a score. Probably going to lose. Or you can be an option writer and bring in $100, $200, $300 in a week or two of option premium, and just roll that into the ability to write more options and grow your income base. If you want to do it, you want to do it right, You want to do it comfortably. You want to do it confidently. You better know how options operate. You should have the basics in your hand, and you can get that. And this is why I do this here. There are 13 classes that I've made for my viewers, many of whom are right here, right now, talking to each other, talking to us. I've created 13 classes in front of a live audience since last year, July, I think I started, all about options, how they work, how they're created, how they depreciate, how you write one, how you buy one, how you try to get one and make money on the market going up or market going down, how you write a contract on a call or a put, how you figure out when to buy back, at what price, how often, different scenarios about why would you write an option here and not there. And each class has gems buried in them because I did them live, and I had Jennifer, my Jennifer Aniston lookalike wife that you never see. She was the moderator on all of these classes, and she would interrupt me in the middle of one of my spiels. Brooks, thank you for the donation, and send me your list for classes. And she would interrupt me in the middle of a live class, like I was just interrupted, and ask me a question that the viewers were asking or wondering about because I said something in my presentation that triggered a question. And I would stop the class, listen to the question, address the question, and continue on. And this is where these lessons aren't so cut and dried, where in this lesson I will only talk about this. No, it's a free-for-all. I will talk about this topic in this class, but I will also stop my class and react to your needs, your questions. So when you guys watch these classes, what you're telling me again and again and again, you tell me, I learned a lot more in class number 1 or 2 or 5 or 9 than I thought I would, because you went off onto a tangent in the middle of the class because somebody asked you specifically something kind of related to what you were talking about. But over here, that's right. That's exactly what we've done 13 times. And so if you're going to take my classes, this right here is running across the screen because I'm offering 4 classes for the price of 3 last week and this week. Today is the last day. If you want to get 4 classes for the price of 3 out of the 13, or you want to get 8 for the price of 6, or you want to get 12 for the price of, was that 9? You can make your donation of $299.99, $299.99 US funds to this PayPal address that's scrolling across here. And then send me a private email at brucefarmer@hotmail.com and say, Bruce, I've just sent you a donation of $299.99 or $599.98. Here are the classes I want. I want classes number just 1, 2, 3, 4. Send me the first 4, or send me the first 8, or send me 1, 3, 9, 11, 13, whatever 4 you want, whatever 8 you want, whatever 12 you want, or all 13. I'll send you all 13. I'll send you an email with the links to each class that you've requested. You can watch them whenever you want, as many times as you want, again and again and again, and join us during market days right here for free, or as a subscriber, or as a member. Chilling with Uncle Bruce level, $10 a month. You can comment here during market hours exclusively. Or if you're a Gold Bagel member, right up there, that's $25 a month. You're now part of the Gold Bagel family, which gets you a trade alert show before I do this show. You can comment during this show and my afternoon show. And you, of course, join me Wednesday nights, 8 o'clock primetime, for Primetime Live with Bruce, which is kind of like having a small, intimate group of a one-on-one with me outside of market hours. And we cover a lot of stuff Wednesday nights for Gold Bagel members. And I can tell you without hesitation, I know for a fact, I wouldn't be on the air otherwise. You take the classes, you're going to learn how options work. You're going to really get a handle on this. You're going to be able to become a writer pretty quickly. You're going to figure out if you want to do that. You can do it very gently. You can write one call on one 100 share block you have and see how it goes for you. You become more comfortable with it, you'll do more. You will get back your $100 for every class you take, or your $299.99. You'll recover that pretty quickly, because what you learn in these classes, you will do for the rest of your life. You won't be doing this just one time and now you got to take another class. No, you take these classes, you've got rights to them to watch them as many times as you want. You're going to write now again and again and again forever. You might come and refresh yourself on lesson number 6 or whatever you want. And then you're writing and you're writing. You're hanging out here during daytime with these guys who are all, most of which are writers, especially the members. And you're hanging out with a family of option writers. And you're doing it with us live in the morning and in the afternoon. And away you go. So you will make money. You will make money. It's a question of how much will you make? How much will you write? How aggressive are you on your writing strategies? We talk about that. How conservative are you? We talk about that. The classes cover a lot of stuff. There will be more classes coming. I will be bringing out more classes eventually, and you'll be invited if you like to join us live for one of these classes. Otherwise, just wait till the classes are posted. You'll know when they're posted. I'll be telling you, and then you can acquire those at a later date. But in the meantime, there are 13 of them out there, and a whole bunch of folks out of my 85,000 subscribers, a bunch of those folks have taken at least one class. They've tried it once. Many have watched 3, 4. Many have watched all of them. And there are a bunch of them who are here all the time. And then there are a number of my viewers, a huge number of my viewers, who occasionally come around or will occasionally comment or never comment. They're silent watchers, and they just write and they just write and they just make money and they just make money. And when a new class comes out, they buy it, and we send them the link, and they watch the class, and they keep writing and growing their portfolios. And that's what we're about here, trying in plain English to explain to you what's going on in the stock market, while at the same time talking about writing options and how to do it, and which ones to write and how to write and why, and the strategy of this and this and that. We have to watch the entire world economy, just try to figure out what these markets are doing. And as these markets move, so do we, with regards to what options you guys are going to write in, for what premiums and what length, and so on and so on and so on. Okay, so thank you, all of you who have joined me here now since last year, January. It's been an interesting ride. This channel has really evolved from what we were first talking about in January, around January the 25th, 2021. It was all about GameStop and the meme stocks. That's all that you wanted me to talk to you about. But as time went on and things calmed down a little bit, I started coming to you guys with, well, as an ex-stockbroker, a guy that used to be a broker in 1979, I was buying and selling stock options in 1978 as an investor. But as a stockbroker, I started doing option trades way back in the 80s. And this isn't new, what we're doing here. This has been around for longer than some of you have been alive. And it will continue to be around for a long time. It's just, the thing is that writing options is, if you ask industry people, like former people like me who were in the business, licensed and everything else, most will say to you, the options game is a gambler's paradise if you're a buyer or seller of call and put options. You're just trying to guess in a short period of time what a stock is going to do, and you are gambling. Everything you put on the table, you can lose. Where the writers, the ones who create the options, they're actually usually institutional investors. They're the big boys. They're the whales. And that's true. That used to be the way it was. It used to be that writers of options, prior to being able to trade your account on something as simple, and not as simple, as unbelievable as this, because this is not simple. This is an amazing invention. Prior to being able to write contracts and buy and sell stock on this, you had to telephone a stockbroker. And that right there, just that barrier, meant that the market was 1/5 or 1/10 the size of what it is now. And in that 1/5, 1/10 of the market, as it was going way back, only institutional investors really wrote contracts. And so there was a time where if you wanted to gamble on, say, General Motors, they're coming up with their financials in 2 weeks, and you're thinking, you talk to a buddy of yours who's a car salesman at a car dealership in your hometown, and your buddy is saying, "Oh, man, we're having these meetings, and we're way behind on bringing in the Cutlasses and bringing in the Chevy Impalas. We're back ordered on the Impala. GM can't keep up with production." Your brain is going, "Oh, GM might come up with a big earnings report in 2 or 3 weeks from now. I'm going to buy some call options because I can't afford the $40 a share stock price. I can't afford 100 shares. You used to have to buy stock in 100-share increments to get a board lot." So you would call your broker and say, "Hey, look, I got $1,000. I think GM is going to have a really good quarter. We're going to get that's coming up in about 3 weeks. How can I participate in that?" And if your broker was on the ball, it would say, "Well, we could buy call options on GM stock that maybe expire, say, in 2 months or 3 months or 4 months. You can get in there, buy them today, and we could perhaps pick up the stock's trading at 40. We could buy maybe $42 calls. They're trading at buck and a half, $150 a call, something like that. Maybe I can get you 6 or so of those for $1,000. That's controlling 600 shares." And you'd say, "Okay, yeah, let's do that." So the broker would write the ticket and get it in, and 20 minutes later, you get a phone call. You bought 6 calls at 150. These are $42 calls. They expire in 6 weeks. And so now you're watching your stock every day in the newspaper. Every afternoon you get home from work and your paper is waiting for you, and you look at where's your stock closed at yesterday. If you want to know what the close was today, you had to call your broker. But if you came home at 5 o'clock, the chances are your broker's already gone home for the day. You didn't have a TV to go to check stock quotes. You didn't have a phone to go to look at stock quotes. You had to wait for the newspaper the next morning. So when you're at the office, you look at the morning paper and you see the close that happened last night. And if you want an update, you'd call your broker. Now, if your broker was on the ball, your broker would call you every couple of days and just let you know how you're doing. And let you know, "I'm on it. I'm watching your GM. Since you bought your calls at 150, the stock has fluctuated between a 50-cent range, and they're still around 140 to 150 to 160 a piece. They're just kind of hanging around here. We're waiting for the third quarter financials to be released by General Motors." When the day came, by the time the day came, you and your broker had figured out what the parameters are here. And that would be, if those options go down to like $1, we're just going to get out, and you only lose 50 cents on this investment, which is a third of your money. So you'll still have 600 and something bucks left over if we're wrong and nothing good happens. On the other hand, if the shares go up because of the anticipation and then the numbers come out and they're great, the stock might go to 45, 46 bucks over a week or so. And these contracts might be worth $2.50, $3.50, $4. And you and your broker will put in a series of sell orders. You'll put in like a stop loss sell order where if it goes up to 3 on the contract, you'll put in a 225 sell order as a stop loss. So if the shares back off anytime and the contract touches 225, it's an automatic market sell order. You're out. And your floor trader will sell out your contracts with the order in hand. If the contract doesn't go down to 225 and keeps rolling up to 3, 3.25, 350, you and your broker might change that stop loss order and make it a 250 stop loss order, a 275. You'll always ratchet up the sellout price if the contract and the stock keep going. This is the way we used to do this by hand, by phone call, slow motion trading. And the hope is, cross your fingers, that you bought them at $1.50 and you got out at $3 and you doubled your money. And your broker said, "You got $2,000 sitting here. Way to go. You doubled your $1,000 and made it $2,000. Doesn't sound like a lot today, but back in 1982, a $1,000 gain on a trade when your rent was $350 a month for a 2-bedroom apartment. 3 months rent just came in on a flip. Yeah, that was pretty good. If your car payment was $120 a month, you just got in 8 car payments. Your cable bill, electric bill combined was $45 a month. You just got in 20 plus months of that money. I mean, $1,000 back in '82, you might have earned total money $25,000 a year, $30,000 a year. You just made $1,000. That's a nice little add-on to your annual wage. Of course, now you have visions of grandeur and going, wow, if I could make $1,000 on these contracts every couple of weeks, I could become a rich guy. Of course, you're playing I'm going to buy the calls and I'm going to sell the calls for more money. The amount of work you put in with your broker to stay on top of this and monitor this whole thing is unthinkable today. Today, there is no stockbroker. There's no advisor. There's no one you can call at Merrill Lynch to help you with your option trade. You're on your own, and you better figure out how this works. And instead of being the gambler, what we all were way back when, because we didn't write those contracts, we played those contracts. Today, you are the institutional seller. You are the institution. You are the provider of liquidity. Now, there are hundreds of thousands of other people like you out there that write options. It's not like you're all by yourself on this little tiny channel in the middle of nowhere. Around the world, there are a lot of option writers in numbers, but there are millions of option players that will never write an option because they don't know how it works. They don't understand it. They don't believe they can do it. They actually don't have the capital to even try and do it, or they don't think they do. Because what they don't know is what you are figuring out, either with me on the air or through my classes. You figured out, well, I can write an option on an ETF. If I've got 100 units of an ETF, I can write an option on that. I can write options on my 100 IBM. I can write an option on 100 GameStop. I can write an option on 100 SoFi. Or you can own a deep in the money call option on all of these. You can buy deep in the money call options on ETFs and write options on those options. Poor man covered call writing. Class number 8, is it number 8? I can't remember. Yes, you can do that on stocks, on ETFs, and you may well have in your possession, because of the 10 years you spent at company, blah, 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 that you quit 5 years ago, and you forgot that, oh yeah, I had a savings plan at that company and I piled up about 30 grand worth of dough because I put in 15,000, they put in 15, or I put in 5 and they put in 5 and it's now worth 30,000, and it's all in different ETFs. I should really gather that up and put that in my own managed account, which you can do. I'm going to rearrange it and I'm going to buy, I'm going to sell that stuff and I'm just going to buy Apple stock with it. And you find out that I got a couple of hundred Apple shares. Or I got whatever I got. I got 500 shares of this. I got 1,000 shares of that. Whatever you have. I can write options on this stuff. Yes, you can bring income in now on your stock that's just sitting in your account, doing nothing, and add to your wealth. Yeah, making your assets work for you is what this is called. There are people out there who scream at you and say, do you own a house? Are you paying mortgage payments on a house? Are you using your basement, by the way? And you go, well, no, not really. It's just full of crap. Why don't you take the crap out of there and put in some drywall, paint it, put in a carpet of some kind, and put a bed down there and rent your basement out to somebody? Why don't you bring in 500 a month, 800 a month, 1,000 a month? Why don't you do the math and do that? Use your asset to bring you extra cash. This is the old adage. This game has been around forever. Well, you can do the same thing with your stock. Why don't you make some rent money from your stock and let the gamblers on the option floor gamble on your shares as they're gambling on the same shares from institutions, from pension funds, hedge funds, mutual funds that are writing options and have been since the 70s. Join the party, pal. Take your slice of the pie. If you want to do that, take the classes. And if you want to take the classes, I would recommend, well, the sale is on. Here is the email address, the PayPal thing here. Send $299.99 US to this PayPal account. I will send you 4 classes for the price of 3. It's 25% off. It's a summer sale. Thank you for all of you who've done it. Thank you. It's keeping Jennifer and I on the air. We appreciate it. It takes the pressure off of this channel to generate views for YouTube advertising. What we generate in advertising revenue from YouTube on this channel is not very good. I think for every 1,000 views we have, we get about $6 from YouTube for every 1,000 views. Right now, there are 236 people watching me live right now. So if you all had a commercial before you started watching me this morning, if you clicked it off as soon as you could, I don't think I got anything for that. If you watched any part of it, I got a fraction of a penny. So at the end of the day, if this video, it tracks 1,500 views, this live show, I think we make $9 from YouTube. That's what YouTube pays me to deliver this to you if you're not a member of this channel. If you're just a subscriber or just a casual watcher, that's it. That's all we're getting. We don't make any money from YouTube. This is a vehicle that YouTube uses, my show, to advertise and on reruns, obviously. But it allows me to broadcast, and I appreciate it. And then I say to you folks, look, if you want to make money in the market, it's up to you how you want to do it. One way to do it is to think about being an option writer. And that's how this audience hangs around, and I love you for it. Thank you very much. Thank you for the thumbs ups as well, helping this channel get exposed to other potential option writers out there, of which there could be millions. I appreciate that. Slowly but surely, we are growing this channel in the option writing vein more and more and more. All right. I thank you. Welcome to the party, kids. The Dow is up 13 points this morning. S&P's down 4. NASDAQ's down 18. Chairman Powell is going to talk today in about an hour from now. And if you're watching CNBC or Bloomberg or Fox or CNN Business or whatever TV network you watch for business, it's likely that someone from that network, one of those talking heads, they're in Jackson Hole, Wyoming. They've been there all week, or they were there starting Wednesday or whenever they got there. And they're all waiting for the man himself, Chairman Powell, to do his speech today, which will last about 30 minutes. Just think about the millions of dollars that these networks are spending. Combined, they're sending all these people, production staff, camera crews, technicians, and then at head office in New York and wherever they're located, the logistics of getting the TV signal in and talking to the talking heads and giving them direction and all the graphics they've made and all, for a 30-minute speech by this guy who's going to say virtually nothing. Because what can he possibly say to make all of us feel better? What can he possibly say to make the market go up 1,000 points today? Nothing, because if he did, he'd be lying. If he said today, we were wrong on interest rates, we're going to cut interest rates back to 0. We're going to buy up all the bonds, and we're going to have quantitative easing just like we did 2 years ago. We're going to ignore inflation. We're going to totally go back to the way it was. You think that's going to happen? Think again. That is not going to happen. He is going to come out and say, we've got to knock inflation down. The thing that he's probably not going to be able to tell you is the reality of inflation. That 6 months ago, a year ago, we saw little tidbits of inflationary indications come through, and the Fed did nothing. It just kept going with the quantitative easing, kept interest rates low about a year ago. Then about 4, 5, 6 months ago, we began to get higher rates. It got talked up, and now the rates are rising. The interest rates are going to keep rising. The thinking was a year ago that the Fed's funds rate, the interest rate that the Federal Reserve charges banks, was going to be 2 to 2.5%. That'll stop inflation. Within 90 days of that chat, that stopped. That went away, and then it went to 3.5%. And now there's talk at least 4 to 4.5% is now likely. And then there are those on the fringe, always the ones on the fringe. 6 to 8% is where the Fed funds are going to have to go if you're going to want to really bring inflation down. And the reason for this is because inflation is now at 8% in the US, and it is going to be 13 to 18% in January in the United Kingdom. Now, how can they do that? How can they tell us that? How can these analysts say, oh, yeah, UK interest rates, UK inflation is going to be up to 18% in January? How can they do that? Well, this morning, we were given a hint as to how they are able to do that. We were shown this morning, if you were up early enough, the utility regulator in the United Kingdom, a government agency that determines the price people and businesses will pay for electricity, natural gas, water services, and so on. That entity, big government entity with a lot of power, has authorized the fact that utility rates can rise over the next year by 80%. I didn't say 8. I didn't say 18. I said 80% authorization in energy bills to go up. Now, here's the thing, okay? You remember the Notting Hill? You know, what's the thing? There's the thing. What's the thing? Here's the thing, okay? If you raise utility rates up, everyone has to pay that. This isn't like, well, you know, only 1 in 10 people pay utilities. No, we all pay for utilities, either directly or indirectly. We pay it directly if we have an apartment and our landlord has a meter on our apartment, and we pay our own electric, we pay our own water, we pay our own gas, we pay our own cable bill, we pay our own internet bill. If that's how you rent your apartment or a home from a homeowner, you pay directly. If you're the owner of a house, you own a condo in a high rise, of course you're being metered for your condo unit. You're paying directly. If you're a business person and you have a store, a retail store, you're a franchisee of an outfit, whether you're a restaurant or you're a coffee shop or sell stationery, you get bills from utilities as well. Now, business owners have a different utility rate than private homeowners. Generally speaking, businesses pay more for energy than private homeowners do on a per unit basis. For every so many cubic feet of gas or so many kilowatts of electricity, businesses usually pay more than homeowners do. This bill is rising for all. Okay, now if you're a renter, you're a subletter, you're renting a bedroom from a friend of yours that has a 3-bedroom house, or you're in the basement of a 3-bedroom house, you don't pay utilities to them, you just pay them a flat rent. They're going to come to you and say, I got to charge you $100 a month more for rent. I got to charge you $100 a month more. I can't help it because my gas bill just went up $300, and $100 of it's for you and $200 of it's for us. That's the way it is. The electric has gone up, the gas has gone up, the water's going up. We got to pay more. So everyone will pay. This is going to be embedded into the economy, and there is no escape for warehouse operators, gas stations, corner stores, high-rise office buildings, every house, every apartment, any structure with electric coming into it and or gas coming into it. There is no escape. This will be embedded deep into the economy, and the Fed can't do a damn thing about it. Now, I'm talking about the United Kingdom, not talking about America. But I'll tell you this, the price of natural gas is soaring right now, which means it's also rising in America and Canada. And we here in North America get a lot of electricity from natural gas power plants. And the cost of electricity to make it is rising dramatically at these power plants. Now, you've heard about the droughts in the West. You've heard about the certain droughts in other parts of North America and Europe, whatnot. Hydroelectricity, electricity made from flowing water, that's dropping. It's not more expensive to make hydro. It's that we're getting less of our electricity from hydro than we normally are because of droughts, putting more pressure on natural gas plants to make more, to produce more electricity to make up for the shortage from hydro. Coal-powered plants under pressure to produce more electricity to make up for the reduction of electricity from hydro and the increased cost of natural gas. It just goes on and on. It's all built into the system. And so every human being on the planet is going to pay more for the basic utilities that we need to function. No way around it. An interest rate hike will not stop this. Just because you raise rates to 3, 4, 5, 6, 8% doesn't mean natural gas is going to go down in price. Doesn't mean a drought ends. It doesn't mean anything like that. It means the hope is from the Federal Reserve is that they raise rates, people won't be as spendthrifty as they are at the moment. They'll cut back on spending, which cuts back on activity, which cuts back on electricity needs for certain entities, manufacturers. If we're not buying as many cuddly teddy bears for our kids, because we need that teddy bear money for the electric bill, then the money will go to the electric company, not to the teddy bear maker, and the teddy bear maker won't make as many teddy bears, which means they don't need as many raw materials, as many employees, and they won't use as much electricity over there, and they're not using as much natural gas to keep their plant as active and everything else, and so maybe then perhaps less usage brings more power supply for the rest of us, and the prices go down. It's a long 25-step program to try to get inflation down. The problem is this doesn't happen in 30 days, and there is the nightmare, okay? Because again, the experts were certain a year ago that if we have the Fed funds rate at 2 to 2.5%, that will slow the economy down enough to have a soft landing for a recession. Impossible. It's never happened. And all will be well. Now what's going to happen, and will have to happen, we're going to have much higher interest rates than we thought for much longer time frame than we thought. And there's the killer. This is what is going to grind the economy down badly. No soft landing. You're going to have higher rates, way higher than you thought, for way longer than you thought. Through this presidential campaign, through the next presidential campaign. I don't care who gets elected. Bozo the clown can be elected in the White House. It doesn't matter. Inflation is not going away in 6 months. It's going to take years. It's going to take presidencies for this to be defeated because it is embedded deep into our economy. Every single one of you out there, you know somebody. You're related to somebody. You have a good friend of yours, someone you've known over the years. Every one of you know at least one person, and maybe many people, who've had raises come their way. Perhaps even you yourself personally have had a nice raise in the last few months that 2 years ago you couldn't have thought about. You couldn't have fathomed in 2019 that you would get a raise of more than 2 or 3% in any one calendar year. Many of you know somebody, and or again, it's happened to you. You've quit one job to take on another job, and you got a 25% pay raise, a 40% pay raise. You get half as much more money than you got from your old job. You cannot believe how much money they're paying you to do the job you're doing. Some of you are making double. Some of you are making more than that. It's embedded. The inflationary game has found its way into every piece of the economy. Hasn't been like this since I was in my teenage years. And it happened in 6 months. This didn't take 6 years to get up to here. It happened quickly. And many of you who are adults today have never been in this environment before. You have never seen a mortgage rate at 8 or 9 or 10%. You might start seeing those in the next year. You've never seen power bills go up 20% and then another 20% and then another 20%, all in a 1 year time frame. You've never seen that before. You've never thought it would be possible, and yet it's happening. You've never thought that a friend of yours who has a job with blah, blah, blah company got an 8% raise, and then 6 months later got another 8% raise. You never, that was unthinkable. And you're, on the one hand, you're going, oh, wow, he's got 16% more money coming in. He must be rich. Now, his rent went up $400 a month. His car payment, if he wants a new car, it's $200 a month more for the car payment. His insurance on the car went up. His mechanical bills are 20% higher. Xbox. You got people out there who are theoretically lazy and they're at home all day. They're in their parents' basement playing Xbox games. They're not going through. The Xbox is going up 20% in price. Boo-hoo. Let's not cry too hard for these gamers. But you know what? It's everywhere. It is embedded everywhere. And this so-called 8.1% inflation rate that we keep hearing about, none of you have got an 8.1% higher cost of living that you're dealing with. I don't. You don't. You know it's more than that. We all know it's more than that. We're talking about core inflation of 8.1. We're talking real world inflation. You tell me what it is. 15%, 20, 25? Have you been to a McDonald's lately? Have you gone out to a Denny's? Have any of you gone to an Outback Steakhouse lately? Have you gone to a favorite haunt that you love to hang out at? Have you been to the mall at all lately? Have any of you tried to buy anything anywhere? Tell me prices aren't higher. Don't tell me they're only up 8.1%. I don't believe you. I trust you, but I don't believe you, because I think the reality is prices have gone up way more than 8.1%. American airline pilots are saying to their union, 20% raise over a 3-year contract, or don't even bother holding a vote. We're walking out. And 20% isn't enough to keep up with inflation. It won't be enough. So the pilots are going to have to get other incentives over and above the 20% base rate pay increase to make up for inflation. And they will. They'll figure it out. It's unbelievable what's going on out there. It's happening at light speed. And every 30-year-old analyst has no idea what they don't know what this means. They've only read about this in textbooks. They've never seen this in real life. The only people out there that are really used to this kind of inflation are analysts that live in Venezuela and other countries like that. If you're living in Turkey, you're used to 10% a week inflation or 10% a month inflation. They're used to it. They understand it. They get it. But North American and European and Asian economists have, for the most part, unless they're over 50, 55, if they're older than that, they were adults during part of that ridiculous inflation trend that we saw. I'm old enough to remember in the 60s, in the mid 60s, inflation was 3.4%. It was not a big deal. It wasn't like a crazy problem. But in the late 60s, it broke out. And in the 70s, it was out of control. And it was still out of control in the 80s. President Ford was president of the United States after Nixon resigned. And he lost the presidency to Jimmy Carter in 76. So he was president from about 73 to 76, something like that. His presidency was marked by high inflation. They had buttons to control inflation. The Carter administration, the Reagan administration, those 12 years, 8 for Reagan, 4 for Carter, inflation was the big problem. Massive problem. Americans got shellacked from a standard of living point of view from Nixon's presidency, 68, the beginning of his presidency in 68, 69, until Reagan's finishing off of his presidency by 1980. It was really, really, really bad. Or 84, I guess, because then George Bush, the senior, took over. American standard of living dropped dramatically. So did Canadians. So did Europeans. Many of us lost dramatically to inflation, dramatically, and have never recovered. The standard of living of our grandparents from the 50s and the 60s to our parents in the 70s and the 80s and the 90s to us, we have dropped somewhat across the board. And right now we're getting another whack so that our kids and our kids' kids are now getting the next down step in standard of living, unless these kids become doctors and lawyers and high-end auditors and senior bankers and senior partners of very successful companies. The vast majority of the population, which is the way it is, 2/3 of the population of North America and Europe, are not upper middle class or higher. They are lower than that. And that's where the damage is irreversible, and it is catastrophic, and it continues on. Food banks. You're going to hear about food bank shortages very shortly. You're going to hear about stories of food banks in your town, your area, your region, begging for handouts, begging for food donations. Watch for it. I'm telling you, it's coming. There's a massive economic slowdown coming, and it's going to hit the low end. And there's going to be the Salvation Armies of the world, all kinds of charities out there begging for help. Teachers right now are begging for help because they've got to pay for school supplies for their students. They didn't have to when they first started teaching 10, 20 years ago, but they do now. They only make $32,000 a year, $36,000 a year, $38,000 a year. School supplies have gone up by not 8.1%. You guys know that for your kids. They've gone up 20, 25% or more. Teachers are getting whacked. School boards are getting whacked. It's coming. It's coming. The markets are going lower. Do not fear the upside of the markets. Right now, the Dow's up 149 points. Yay. That's great. That's just super. But this is not going to, this is not the solution to our inflation problem and our interest rate problem. This is a reaction to news that is happening maybe with the SEC and the China thing. It's the hope that Powell won't give us a really bad speech, all this stuff. Wishful thinking is what we have here. When you have a 33,000 point index and it's up 146 points, I would not go out and buy a Maserati today because I'm going to get a big fat bonus at the end of the year. Not going to happen. All right. Do not fear the upside. If you're an option writer, you are loving this. You are loving this. I hate to make you, happy about other people's demise. But as option writers, you got money coming in. You're going to make money writing options. And it's going to be a very healthy. The premiums are going to be very good. And there are going to be even more gamblers entering the casino floor in the next 6 months to play the options market. And a lot of these folks have no idea what they're doing. Because remember, they cannot call a stockbroker for advice. They're going to try to play the options market on this because they're going to be enticed by all kinds of media stories about how this college student took $5,000 and turned it into $100,000, or how this one gambler took $20,000 and turned it into $250,000. They're going to be enticed with these fantasy stories of lottery wins in the options market. And it's going to draw in millions more behind it that are desperados. They're going to try to make, all they want to do is they want to make like $5,000. They can make $5,000, take 1,000 and turn it into 5,000. They can pay off a bunch of utility bills and credit card IOUs and everything else. And they're going to gamble with $1,000 on all kinds of crazy stocks, including stocks you own or deep in the money contracts you have. And some of these folks are going to be buying contracts from you. They don't know who you are. You don't know who they are. You're just happy getting a stink offer. And now you're crossing your arms and watching those contracts crash out, and you're going to buy them for pennies on the dollar. And then you're going to say, thank you, sir, may I have another? And you're going to write another one. And you're going to do it again. And you're going to write 5 at a time, 10 at a time, 20 at a time, 100 at a time, whatever your situation is. And you guys are going to make a ton of cash from this program because it just never ends. And the more the economy tanks, the more desperate people get, the more aggressive they get with their long shot bets. and the more money comes into you guys, because you're the patient, the assassin. You're sitting there with your rifle. You're waiting for the victim to come into your range, and boom, you're blowing them out of the water. You are taking these dollars, chunks at a time, coming at you, because that's your job. You are an account manager, an asset manager now of your assets, and you've got to grow them, because you got your bills and you're on time with your bill payments, and you're doing what you do best, and you have found a niche in the market that can generate this steady income every Friday, every day. As stocks fluctuate, you are writing and buying them back, and writing and buying them back, and writing and buying back. You're going to find your niche and your area of option writing that turns you on and that really works for you, and you're going to exploit it. And that's what you must do, because you will not find what you thought you were going to find 2 years ago, 3 years ago. You thought years ago that you would buy a stock for $1 and sell it for $100. You'd buy a stock for 25 cents and sell it for $25. You'd buy a heavily shorted stock that would now have a short squeeze, and you'd get in at 2 and it would go to 500 a share. Every single time, that's what you were going to do. And the first time you did it, you're going to take $1,000 and turn it into $50,000. Then you're going to take the $50,000 and turn it into $2 million. And then you're going to take the $2 million and turn it into $50 million. And you would now be a billionaire, a millionaire, and live the life of rally. And you never made a dime on any of it, because 1 in a million people got lucky and bought at the right moment and sold at the right moment and did all right. Many people bought at the right moment, never sold, and watched it come all the way back down. And many people bought into the run, never sold, and lost a fortune. And then many bought at the top of the run and lost everything. Option writers are here all the time. They're writing all the time, and they keep bringing in the cash. And option writers have seen it all. The older you get and the more you do this, the more you're going to shake your head at the silliness of people out there who are thinking that the moon is coming to them because it's God's plan. And you're just going to go, I'll tell you what, I'll write this contract at $2.75 and I'll buy it back at 75 cents. And you go to the moon without me. I'll talk to you later, because I'm just going to keep writing, and I'll take the $2 a contract. $200 a contract, and I'll write 50 a month. There's my 10 grand a month. And you guys knock yourselves out. Now, I'll see you from Zermatt, Switzerland, okay? I'm going to go where Uncle Bruce hangs out, in Zermatt, from time to time. I'll do that, or I'll go to Geneva, or I'll go and visit Vienna. I've never seen Vienna. I'll write options from there during the summertime with my wife. But I'll see you in Lucerne. I'll see you in Paris. I'll think about you when I'm in Edinburgh. I'll think about you when I'm on a cruise ship writing options from my cabin. I'll think about you all the time. I'll never forget what's his name. Never forget. As you just keep making your dough, because you got to take care of business. Welcome to this channel. We're different than everybody else. Different better, different worse. It's up to you to decide. Are you happy making money in the market? $1 at a time, $100 at a time, 500 at a time, 1,000 at a time, whatever turns you on. You found the right channel for that. If you're looking for a channel where you can become a millionaire in one trade, you're in the wrong place. But then again, there is no channel that I know of that I can send you to. If I knew, I'd tell you. If I could just say to you, oh, I know a channel where you can take $500 and turn it into 50 grand in 4 hours. I know exactly where you go. I'd be there myself. I wouldn't even be doing this. But sadly, I don't know of one that gives us that. So welcome to this channel, where we do the best we can with what we've got, and we try to figure out in plain English what the hell is happening out there. And we're waiting for our friend, Mr. Powell, to speak in the next half hour to make a spiel and whatever the speech is and all that. So it's 10 o'clock Eastern, I think, is when he starts. And right now it's 9:30 Eastern, roughly, as far as I know. Anyway, there it is. GameStop looks like it's like about 31.70 or something like that. Yeah, it's 31.70, down 26 cents at the moment. We've got the Dow up 127, S&P up 9, Nasdaq up 32, and crude oil is up 8 cents. If this economy were truly about to take off in a good way, like the markets are higher, right? These indexes are higher, so you got to think, oh, there's good news coming. Why is oil up only 8 cents a barrel? Makes no sense. There's supposedly a shortage. There's a war in Ukraine. Oil is supposed to be precious. Saudi Arabia and the boys are talking about cutting production. Our friends in OPEC, the friends we have at OPEC, they're talking about cutting production after raising it 2 weeks ago by 100,000 barrels a day. They raised production by 100,000. Now they're talking about cutting. Our pals in Saudi Arabia. Why is oil up 8 cents then? This market's going to take off, and there's a shortage of crude. Why aren't we up $10 a barrel right now? It's not happening. So there's inconsistencies here. Something's not coming together. Yeah, there are speculators praying that our friend Mr. Powell is going to say something magical to make the market just forget about everything, and there are no problems whatsoever. I don't see that happening. I see China needing less crude. I see other countries needing less crude this next year and two. I see recessions happening all over the place, some deeper in other areas than other areas. I see the war in Ukraine getting uglier. I see Russia getting more desperate with how they're not doing so well. I see all kinds of issues, and I don't see Shangri-La and singing by the campfire, Kumbaya, coming. I see option writers making a pile of money on writing in a bear market. That's going to be extended for quite some time. Just saying. And so welcome to the party, kids. We're here. We're open, aren't we? Larry, thank you, buddy. We're trading. We're up and running. Let's go. How is this market going to do today is what we're all asking ourselves. I've got the Dow up 26 big-time points, showing at the second. That'll all figure itself out a little bit here. Okay. We're up 26. S&P's down 2. Nasdaq down 18. Oil up 11 cents. Welcome to the happy times. Nice to have you here. And what can I say? Let's go. What else is happening here? S&P highest has been in 5 days. Interesting. And thank you, Larry, for being here. And Splair's wishing everybody success out in the markets. I wish everyone also a great day today. Way to go. This is going to be good stuff. Damn, GameStop went from a penny down to 29 with a minute to go. Fine, I'll buy back my 23 calls, laughing out loud. What the hell is happening? We are getting rich so we can afford air conditioning and water. That's what's happening, Christina is saying. There you go. Eyes on SoFi, anybody? Jacob wants to know what's happening to SoFi. 674 up a nickel. Yay! There you go. Having so much fun. Damn, Uncle, why are you talking about me so much today? You just describing me to a T all the time. It's incredible. You must have a camera in here somewhere watching every move I make. Unbelievable. Thank you all for this morning's participation in this rant. So good to have you here for the end of the week. And I'm just hopeful that many of you are scoring some really nice profits this week. I suspect many of you are, and I congratulate you. Thank you for those of you who share your wealth with us with the odd donation because you did well. Thank you. Thank you for those who are buying the classes. And those of you who are looking to have one-on-ones with me, thank you. I have one opening left for this Sunday. If anybody wants to have a one-on-one with yours truly, it's available. I'm available Sunday at what is that time available? 2:00 Eastern. Sunday at 2:00 Eastern is my last opening for this week. If you want to get together with me next week, it's next week Sunday. Just let me know, and we'll try to fit you in. We'll try to schedule you in, and we'll get you looked after. And we'll have a one-on-one session. We'll have a chat and go over what you need to go over. Thank you, David Scott, for your donation. We'll get you your classes after the show is over. Also, Leon Brooks, thank you for your donation. We'll get you classes after the show's over as well. We'll try to help you folks out there. If you want to learn how to write options, we will take care of you. Just make a donation of $299.99 US to the PayPal account, and we will and then send me an email. Tell me what classes you want, and I'll get them out to you after the live show is over. And you can then take your time over this weekend or all next week, watch the classes one after the other, watch them again, whatever you need, and then get ready to dip your toe in the water next week and see if option writing will work for you. It generally does. Anyway, there it is. John Powell's obviously going to, he's obviously going to raise rates. How bad do you think it'll affect the market? It's a good question, John. We are all watching. I really believe in these fringe guys. I think these fringe guys have got it. There's the masses, and then there are the analysts that are employees of big bankers who are just saying 2.5-3% will be fine. But then there are the outside analysts that are not beholden to their bosses in Wall Street. They are the independents. These guys, a number of them are saying, with what's going on in the UK and Europe, if America thinks that they are only going to have a 2.5-3% Fed funds rate, you guys are dreaming in Technicolor. You guys are like taking the wrong stimulants here. You are really out of the reality world here. You guys you better get ready for 6 to 8% Fed fund rates in the next year. It might take until next summer to get there, but these rates are going higher because the Fed will not stop on the interest rate policy if inflation keeps rising. And we're in a temporary lull here, theoretically, in core inflation, but in reality inflation, the reality of what people are actually facing right now, nowhere near 8%. It is closer to 15-20%. And a 6% interest rate, 8% would not be unreasonable with a 12-14% core inflation rate. It would not be at all. It would be cheap. And 8 to 10% mortgages would be cheap with 15% inflation, believe it or not, because your house costs to replace your house rising, your asset value is rising. So paying 8% interest on a house going up at 12% in value, it's a win. You're winning. You're actually paying less for the money than the house is appreciating. You're winning, as you had the last 20 years. House prices for 20 years went up every year, and the cost of a mortgage was 2 to 3%. You were winning for 20 years. You're still going to win on a house. The catch is, can you afford to win? There's the catch. Can you afford the cost of your mortgage at 8, 9, or 10% mortgage rates? That is the question. I don't know. Alex Tiff, I'm thinking about buying back today, hoping for a run up to right into before or after. Good morning, my fellow simpletons, says the credit average. And Uncle Bruce, hope you're all taking advantage of this dead cat bounce. I just sold 40 SoFi $10 January 23 covered calls. I got 41 cents for those. Score. Now I'll let Jay Powell tank the market. Beach Boy, didn't GameStop say yesterday that Q results will be out September 7th? Nick, boo, I shorted TOL, average 48.15. Alex, also Labor Day is the 5th. So a 9th of September expiry looks tasty. Indeed, they do look tasty. You want to write September 9 expiries because you get Labor Day as a closed day. That's one day that you can't trade. Depreciation for free. Yes, very nice. What else is going on here? Tiff, Alex, I bought my $34 strike with expiry today back yesterday. I overpaid a bit, but it allowed me to write a $35 strike September 16th for 106. There you go. Beach Boy, Coyote, note to self. Check if Coyote published something before clicking send in the future. Nick, I shorted 10,000 TOL at 48.15. Unrealized gain, $2,600 already. I'm going to lock in soon. Alex Tiff, also there's a record date coming up for the dividend on the 14th September, so expect a run up before and the drop afterwards. Time to buy back HPQ, says Cindy. There you go. Well, where are we at? We're up 30 points on the Dow Jones right now. AMC is down 2, Ape down 5. GameStop is up 19 cents. Make it 23 now. It's up 23 cents to 32.18. We're not going anywhere. SoFi up 1 penny. ME down 14. Matterport down 2. ATIP is down 1.8 cents to 97.5. Rocket Lab down 9 cents. Smart Rent down 3.5. Spire is down 6.5 cents to 148.5. Sextera down 23 cents. Bed Bath Beyond is up 99 to 11.09. Tesla up 63 cents. Excuse me. Pfizer up, actually down 11. Boeing up 169. Apple up 6 cents. HPQ down 165 to 32.82. Time to look at buying back cheap calls. Yes. Cisco 47.12 down 15. Twitter down a nickel. Home Depot up a quarter. Carvana is up 43. Robinhood down 2. Vanik is down 229. IBM is down 72. Microsoft up 60 cents. Goldman up 99 cents. Google down 191. Amazon down 2 cents. We're just not, there's not much happening here. Meta up 77. It's a flat one. BlackBerry down 4. Royal Caribbean up down 13 to 43.99. US Steel up 22 to 26.06. Target down 15 cents. JP Morgan up 90. Costco up 47. Walmart down 9. Nvidia down 164. Disney up 40 cents. American Airlines up 4 cents. Netflix up $1. Moderna down a quarter at 141.80. We are walking on eggshells with this market. Pre-market, we were up 100 plus, and the Dow right now is up 37 points. Powell speaks in 19 minutes. S&P is down 3.5. NASDAQ is down 17. They have reversed their movement completely. We've got oil down 39 cents. On interest rates, the U.S. 10-year is at 3.04. We've been between 3.04 and 3.07, just kind of hanging around. Germany, 1.4. That's moving up. The Italian rate is pushing 3.6 to 3.7%. That's not good in Italy. Futures, euro is at par, 1.0066. So we're just over par. And the pound is at 118.68, and those are vulnerable to a drop. We'll see how it goes. The European markets are mixed, and the FTSE is up 13/100ths of a percentage point. Got nothing. We're up. We're down on the DAX by 3/100ths. France is down 9/100ths of a percentage point. These markets are slipping from their highs earlier today. They're not looking good. And as I said, the U.S. market, the Dow is up now 16 points. S&P down 5.5, NASDAQ down 26. We're going red on these markets going into the speech in 17 minutes. That's what's happening. Alex Tiff, you are welcome. Let's make some moolah. Splair, respect Nick. That's a good amount of moolah. Nick, profit meter is now 4,400. Correction, is 6,500. The market is dropping, and he's making money as it drops. There you go. GameStop 32.03, up 7 cents. We're not going anywhere. We're down 13 on that AMC Ape combination, and we're red everywhere else. We're just backing off on a lot of other stuff. Just a little. Like, it's not like a plummeting, oh, the world is coming to an end drop. But we're not going to the moon either. We'll see how this all plays out. All right. The SEC says that Beijing is going to allow U.S. to review audit documents of China companies. I'll believe it when I see it. We're still months and months away from any of this being real. I don't believe it. I think it's a bunch of bunk. I think it's just a head fake. I wouldn't believe it, and I would avoid any stock that has anything to do with China at all. I would just avoid. If there's Chinese auditors involved in the books of any of these public companies, you do not get involved with these guys, no matter what. You just don't do it. It is complete garbage. Unbelievable. Anyway, there it is. Gowdy says, I'm ready for a fire sale. Let's go. Let's go, baby. I'm ready. I'm ready. I have so much fun. We're up 39 on the Dow, down 1.7 on S&P, down 15 on NASDAQ. See what happens. Inflation falls for the first time in more than 2 years. Key U.S. gauge shows due to sinking gasoline prices. Fair enough. Yeah, we were 6 something a gallon. Now we're 3 something a gallon. Yep, we've been talking about this for months. Unfortunately, that might not last much longer. As good as it gets, even if gasoline drops into the low 3s, that'll be great. But unfortunately, the other items that you need are rising, and that's the problem. I guess good news for U.S. companies that are specializing in solar panel installation, companies involved in the wind technology business. The old argument had been for 15 years, like starting 20 years ago. Oh, yeah, I can see someday solar making sense, but you can make electricity from water, from a dam, the Hoover Dam. You can make electricity off the Hoover Dam for way cheaper than what you can make electricity from a solar panel on top of a warehouse roof somewhere in Vegas, and certainly a windmill, off the shores of California. The cost of a kilowatt of that electricity is so high compared to a natural gas plant. It's just not it's gonna take forever. Well, welcome to forever. We've arrived at forever very quickly, because even a couple of years ago, in the last 5 years, it has become apparent that the cost of electricity has been rising from traditional sources, and producing electricity from these new sources, solar and wind, has been dropping. And the next stage in this entire world order is going to be where you're going to build a brand new subdivision outside of wherever, and that entire subdivision, on every rooftop. Susan, we got your donations. Send me your list for classes. Thank you, Susan. Every home in the new subdivision and the community center will have solar panels. And all of these solar panels will be connected to each other. This is going to be a giant grid, and there will be battery storage centers underground built inside the subdivision. And these battery systems will hold enough energy for 5 days easily, maybe even 10 days of electricity. The batteries will be powered up. The electricity coming in will also power the homes during the day. In the evening, they will draw on the batteries. And then during the day, here comes the power generated again for day use and topping up the battery. Any additional power that'll come out, and there will be additional power, because these panels used to be 100-watt panels. Now we're talking about 300 to 500-watt panels. Soon we're going to talk about 1,000 to 2,000-watt panels. They're becoming way more efficient, way more powerful. The amount of electricity that each panel is going to generate is going to skyrocket. Technology is heading this direction. And so there'll be more power made than needed. They'll have their 5-10 days of emergency reserves and extra power coming in, which will go into the grid. And now the subdivision is being paid for electricity because it's a power generating subdivision. Homeowners will have much higher home values because their power bills will be pennies on the dollar to maintain it. This is the future that's coming, like it or not. The question is, can you retrofit towns and cities and suburbs and neighborhoods to work like this? That it's coming. There will come a time where a new Costco will come into your neighborhood, and the roof of that Costco will be nothing but solar panels. Count on it. And that'll make more power than it needs to be there. And it'll power the grid around it, again, with battery storage systems, so that if there's hydroelectric issues, if there are wind issues, there's natural gas prices surge, Power companies can reduce the amount of power they make from natural gas, and they can draw on the battery power. There will be battery power for the entire area. This is decades down the road. It's not next week, next month, because I know there are people out there going, "It's never going to happen. It's never. You're dreaming, man." I know. It's going to happen. It has to happen because we cannot keep burning fossil fuels without penalty. You can't burn coal to make electricity and get away with it anymore. Game over. You've got to find a way to make electricity from the number one power source in our solar system. That star that we're running around all the time. That sucker has more power than we can ever use on a second by second basis. This planet is bombarded with power more than we'll ever need. And that's what we got to take advantage of. And it's pollution free. It's kind of pollution free. Yeah, there are those skeptics, well, you're going to make pollution making these solar panels. Yeah, that's true. Making them and then generating them and producing them that they now last 100 years because we're perfecting how long they're going to last. They don't pollute for the next 100 years, and eventually they won't pollute for 150 years, and it's all just the ingenuity of mankind is there. Just unleash it. What can I say? Anyway, we're up 4 points on the Dow. Only 4 points on the Dow. 9 minutes. Powell talks. We're down 11 on S&P. We're negative on the Dow. We're down 8 now on the Dow. We're negative 11 on S&P, down 62 on the Nasdaq. We've just turned around sharply. The GameStop is off 31, down to 31.58, down 38 cents. AMC is down a dime, Ape down 14, GameStop down 38, SoFi down 14, ME down 16, Matterport down 9, ATIP is off about a penny, Rocket Lab down 16, SmartRent down a dime, Spire down 8, Sextera down 26, Bed Bath Beyond is up 66 but falling, Tesla is up a dime, Pfizer down 18 cents, Boeing only up 58, Apple down 9 cents, HBQ 167 lower, Cisco down 9 cents, Twitter down 34, HD, Home Depot only up 51, Carvana up 1 penny, Robinhood down 12, Vanik down 259, IBM down 59, Microsoft down 19, Goldman's only up 42 cents, Google down $2, Amazon down 54. Everything is red, and going red. That's what's happening. Let's see how it goes. Who cares? Newbie question. Better to roll an out-of-the-money option on Friday? Or do I get time decay over the weekend? If I roll to next Friday today or just wait till Monday? Write today. Write immediately. Buy back your call. Write another one immediately. Always be writing. Enjoy the depreciation. And what'll happen here possibly is over the weekend, everyone frets. Everyone gets nervous. Monday morning, we have a lousy opening. We could have a good opening. We could have a lousy opening. If the opening is lousy, it'll be way lower. If it's a good opening, we might have a slight rise. Markets go down faster than they go up, and they go down a lot when they go down. So you want to be writing. Always be writing. Yeah. Christina, okay, do we buy back and sell out next week, GameStop, put my covered call, or after the speech? What do you do? Where are you at? Are you up 60%, 80%? You up 90%? Maybe the time is now to buy back and write another one. I would not be afraid of an upside tick. If you write a $32 GameStop call for next Friday, and on Monday the stock is $34, so buy back your call and write a 33 for the week after, or sit on your hands until Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, obviously. Do not fear the upside. Mama Babe, Christina, are you thinking the price of GameStop will tank? Touch Grows Grass is saying Moore's Law extends to most technologies. Mirko, hey, Uncle Bruce, just sold a few covered calls on BBBY, $10 for next week, $248 premium. 170-ish on a $10 stock for 7 days. Seems like a good slot machine. Wow. Pretty good is true. You just got to tolerate the stock. Michael, Cole's Law is lettuce and mayo. That's what Cole's Law is. Cindy, hey, Marco, I got a BBBY wagon too. Christina, I just put in a stink bid for 18 cents and it hit. Now I can write again. Smiling Nick, Uncle Bruce, I covered my TOL short. Locked in profit, 12,787. Not bad for 23 minutes. Not bad at all. Sounds like Nick is going to be buying those classes pretty soon, the way it's going for him. Way to go, buddy. Making some dough. Tiff, Mirko, thanks again for helping me creating the new IB account. Everything works now, says Tiff. Mirko, this is good stuff, man. Way to go. Thumbs ups. Christine, they have 3150 that expire 9/9 for 279 on GameStop. Yeah, I call that easy money. Easy money. Wow, that's a nice premium. Multiply that by 4. That's a $10, $11 contract the old ways. Wow, that's something. Michael, 23 minutes. Oh, nice. Nice. The Dow is now up 46 points. He starts speaking in 5 minutes. We've got the S&P down 3, NASDAQ down 31, oil down 42 cents. So watching all this, there's volatility all morning today. And like I say, there's opportunities here to write contracts. You got to just be writing. You can try to guess the market, but you can also just say to yourself, GameStop is 31.66. I'm writing a $32 call on it. I'm going to write a call on it. I dare you to get me. I dare you. 31.50. I'll write a 31.50. Go ahead. I'll take the money. Give me the premium. That's protecting me on volatility. I'm a happy camper. Give me the money. I want the money in my account. That's the way you got to play this. Absolutely. Always be writing. Okay. Apes are down 22 cents. AMC down 6. That's a 28-cent loss on that AMC trade. $16.10 combined value. They were $27 2 weeks ago. Yikes. No money has been raised for AMC. Not a dime, by the way. Through all of this, they haven't raised a dime yet. So $5.4 billion in debt waiting to be paid off. Alex, are we going to have a relief rally if it doesn't say anything too awful? I don't know. Will it affect your particular stock? I don't know. That I don't know. It could be a sell, a nasty sell. I don't know. Nick, Uncle Bruce, I sure will be doing that right now. I have taken a few classes already. Do you have records? Which one I took already? Yes, I can probably find that out after this show, and I'll send you an email, let you know which ones you've got and which ones you haven't. Nick, I shorted 1,000 ENPH at 299.4. Susan shops about. Bruce, I just sent you dough for your summer sale classes, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'll get those to you after this show. Thank you, Susan, and congratulations. Way to go, making an investment into your future. Well done. This is great. Beach Boy, I covered the put I sold on GameStop ahead of the speech. Better to cut losses. Fair enough. Whichever way you want to go on this, my man. 31.56 on GameStop, down 40. The low of the day today, 31.30. The high, 32.38. So we've only been moving $1.08 today on GameStop. We're up 53 on the Dow Jones, down 2 on S&P, down 27 on NASDAQ. We're off 48 cents on oil. He starts speaking in 3 minutes, apparently, and that's where we're at. Oh my gosh. Fun till daddy takes the T-bird away. Welcome one, welcome all to the party today. It's great to have you in here. Thank you for joining us. We're watching a lot of things, of course, and Mr. Powell speaks in about 2 minutes from now. He will start his chat, and we'll just see what he has to say. We'll figure it out. There you go. Bond yields rise ahead of Powell's pivotal speech. Yeah, lots of twitchy, nervous traders out there, interest rate traders, tons of them, and they're dealing with trillions of dollars of money that can be affected in the billions of dollars by 1/100th of an interest rate change. That is how volatile it can be and how scary it can be for the bond players. Absolutely wacky. And so that's why we will see probably quite a bit of volatility here as we watch this whole thing go through here. US 10-year 3.04, Germany 1.39, Italy 3.7, Spain 2.58% interest rates, UK 2.59. And we're watching to see how they're going. The German rates are rising. Italians are rising. Spain's are rising. The UK was dropping and now is coming back a bit. The US was higher this morning, dropped, and now is coming back up again. And Powell speaks in 1 minute. Apparently, he starts to speak. Nazareth puts or calls on SPY. No idea. I can't tell you. JG, hey, Uncle Breeze, is there a percentage rule for stink bids? I'm seeing bids at 31.56 GameStop, stink bid of 31.01 is the right idea. What do you think? Yeah, look, if you're looking to buy the stock to steal cheap paper, the low of the day was 31.30. You could try 31.01 today. Yeah, it might come, a 37-cent drop is nothing for GameStop. As we all know, the question is, if it wants to go to 31, they got to take you out at 31.01. If it's going to go to 29.50, then 29.51 is your, next one, or 29.76, just ahead of that nice round number. JG, you're getting it. Stink bid time. Right now it's 31.36. There's a stink bid ahead of 35. That's what's happening. So it's always fluctuating, but sometimes a stink bid at 31.01 gets you a fill, where a $31 buy order doesn't get you anything because there are 25 people trying to buy at $31.00 exactly. And so stay ahead of them by a penny and scoop it. Yes, but in line. Exactly. Stink bids. Bleacher Creature, 8 a.m. press conference. Poor guy. The cocktail parties must have sucked last night. It's not a press conference. It's a speech. It's a speech he's going to make. 10 o'clock Eastern time. That's what he's targeting. And he's an Eastern time guy. So for him, it's 10 o'clock in the morning. No press conference, no questions after the speech. He leaves the podium, leaves the building, and shortly after gets on the private jet. Back he goes to Washington, I suppose. That's what I suspect. And the rest of us react to whatever's going on. Consumer sentiment rises to 58.2 in August from 51 in July. University of Michigan survey finds. Powell says lower inflation readings in July is welcome, but falls far short of what the Fed needs to see. There you go. There's a very powerful comment. And look at the Dow. We're off 91 points right now. S&P down 14, NASDAQ down 65. Down we go. 31.16 on GameStop as we are now approaching the low of the day of 31.10. We're at 31.10 right now. 31.01 right now on GameStop. Hitting stink bids of 31.01 right now. Breaking news, the Fed must continue raising rates and hold them at higher levels as breaking news right now on the Dow, the Wall Street Journal headlines. The Dow is down 141 and falling quickly. AMC down 24, Ape down 22. That's a 46-cent drop. GameStop 30.87. Stink bids have been hit and annihilated. We're going lower on GameStop. Did you write options this morning, folks? Are you buying back your calls? SoFi down 16, ME down 16, Matterport down 11. Thank you, whoever sent me a PayPal donation. It just came in for a bunch of classes. We'll take care of you. Matterport down 11, ATIP at 98, Rocket Lab 534 down 17, SmartRent down 8, Spire down 8, Sextera down 28. On large cap stocks, Pfizer off 44, Boeing down $1, Apple down 78, HPQ 173 lower, Cisco down 33, Twitter down 58, Home Depot down 150. IBM down 123, Microsoft down 165, Goldman down 267, Google down $3, Amazon down $2, Facebook down $2. We've got Target down $2.29, JP Morgan is off 38 cents, Costco down $4, Walmart down 50 cents, Nvidia down $4.50, Disney down $1. We're going lower and lower and lower. The Dow down 200 points as he just started talking 4 minutes ago into his 30-minute speech. There it is. Powell says reducing inflation will require below-trend growth. That's not good. U.S. stocks tumble. Treasury yields rise as Powell reiterates Fed's commitment to curbing inflation. he's being consistent. The U.S. Treasury is going higher. It's at 3.06 now. That's higher interest rates. German rates are going higher. Italy rates are going higher. Spain's are going higher. UK's are also surging higher as he speaks right now. That's what's happening in the market. A GameStop 30.99 after touching a low of 30.78 so far. How about them apples, kids? We've got a market coming down. What can I say? What else is going on? Let's see. Let's go. Let's go. Thank you, everybody, for being here. Let's go. Dow is dropping. Whoa, big drop on GameStop. 3101 looks like it hit. Yep. SoFi's dropping from the morning opening, hoping I buy more from the stockpile. Waiting, says Bama Babe. BA, dip, baby, dip, says Alberto. Alberto knows what he's doing. He knows. Crap, I just sold my GameStop at market. Stink bids deployed. Alberto, and we're off to the races. Holy smokes, cover calls are all green. Bama Bay, bam, there's one buyback right there. Spicy, I'm up 42%. Yes, Christina, I got 227 for the 331 GameStop calls for 99. Oh, I love Powell, says Alberto. Alex, Alberto, love it. Credit Savage, I love Jay Powell, the Red Market Whisperer. These $10 SoFi cover calls are for 41 are now about to be 25 cents. And just like that, easy money, stink bids at 21. For an easy 800, which I'll buy more SoFi with. Nazareth, I sold $38 GameStop, September 16, 40 strike. I sold 38 GameStops, September 16, 40 strike for $4.39, currently worth 90 cents, just crossing my arms until it's under 50. Then I'm going to make that moolah. Lovely. Buying back under 50 for a $4.39, right? $389 profit times 38 contracts. Welcome to the other side of this market. Alberto, the credit noise. Where are we at? We're down 195 on the Dow, 33 on S&P, and we're down 129 on NASDAQ. He continues to talk, and the markets are lower. Oil down 44 cents right now. Got GameStop at 31.21, little dead cat bounce. SoFi 6.66, still down 3. ME down 14, Matterport down 3, ATIP down a penny, Rocket Lab down 8, SmartRent down 7.5, Spire down 8, Cyxtera down 19. Tesla is up 230, Pfizer down 12, Boeing up 120, Apple up 33, trying to hang on. They're trying a little recovery. HPQ down 160, and down we go again. Apple down 51, Boeing down 31, Pfizer down 35. Down we go. The Dow is 138 on the downside, jumping around like crazy, and markets are going everywhere. Unbelievable. Credits average January 23. I've been writing and buying back that same contract for 3 months. Alberto, wowza, nice work. All soon enough, Uncle's PayPal will start singing. I like the sound of that. That's fantastic, everybody. Make money, everybody. Make money. Down 190 on the Dow. Unbelievable. We are watching all kinds of crazy stuff happen here. Unreal. Welcome to the party, pals. 3102 on GameStop, down 94, I believe, is where we're at right now. Let's keep going here if I can update my machine. A 128 drop on the Dow, a 24 on S&P, NASDAQ down 96. Fed's Powell in blunt remarks at Jackson Hole says bringing down inflation will cause pain to households and businesses. Isn't that what I was saying? Wasn't I saying that before he talked? No one covers me on this. Yeah, it's party time in Uncle Bruce's chat, says Alex. Oh, my. Yeah. It is something. 138 drop on the Dow now. 31.17 on GameStop. Yep. Coyote, pain time. Pain time. That's right. Those who don't write options are going to have pain. Those who write options are going to make money. Congratulations, option writers. Money is coming your way. It's well deserved by all of you. You all deserve it. You're all going to be remunerated. Alberto, thank you. Just saw that kick through there. Alberto, donation on PayPal. You're awesome, buddy. I love it when he makes money. It's just great. Bama Babe, welcome to the party. Powell is over, says Bama Babe. Powell is over. We are at the moment, let's take a look. Down 38 on the Dow. Let's see. What a crazy run. 200 points. Now down 19. 130. Just everywhere. GameStop 31.52 down 44. Crazy. Insanity. Just nuts. We're down 26 cents on oil. The Dow is now up 22 points. How about that? Let's go. Yeah, the message is clear, and the markets are just trying to figure out, is this what we thought he would say? So it's not so bad after all, or did he say it in a worse way we thought? Is he saying it? What does he mean by all this? Yeah, well, everything's green now. Everything is green on the big markets. Just trying to figure this out. So, you bought back calls. You can write calls again. Get ready. Here we go. In and out and in, back and forth. Oh my gosh. It's goofy. It's just bizarro goofy. Welcome to the party, Bama Babe. Now the market's up. Alberto, I would have thought we'd cheer for bloodbaths. A Coyote, pain into businesses, pain to families. Oh hell, yeah, gang bullish. France, CX Sixtera, any advice? I'm selling a put, $65 strike. No, 65 cents strike price, 7.5 for September 16th. I have no idea what you're doing there. I don't know what to tell you what to do on this. This is so far out. We're up 31 on the Dow, I think, or are we down 18 now on the Dow? It's just everywhere. Christina, everyone clapped, laughed. He basically says, if you think it'll be bad, it will be. And if you think they'll be okay, then they will be. JG, think about this, 85,000 subs and 271 people watch live. We are the minority, and our part of this community has changed my life, and I'm forever grateful for you all. To the moon. Nick, what the heck is going on? Coyote, Alberto, Strange, they cut into my margins too much last month. Weird stuff. Isn't it amazing how it all goes? Yeah, we're down 61 now on the Dow again. We're sinking again. So lots of computer programs coming in with hedge funds and whatnot that will try to interfere with this flow. And we're down 77 now. Here we go. We're down 18 on AMC, down 25 on APE. GameStop 31.24, down 72. There you go. We're slinking again. It's the wildest, crazy market. HPQ down 158, Cisco down 21, IBM down 117, Microsoft is up 3 cents, Google down 196, Amazon down 13. Yeah, it's a wild one. We're down 49 on the Dow Jones right now. Like I said, if you wrote options on Monday, they're not worth a lot of money today, are they? Probably not. All right, enjoy the day, y'all, says Splayer. Alberto, dinero coming your way. Oh, man, you're awesome, buddy. Always awesome. Thank you so much, you guys, for these PayPal donations and just how you're doing. Picking up classes. Well done, everybody. Pick up your classes, and I will get you your class numbers after the show is over. Okay, everybody. Thank you. Well done. Okay, let's see here. Beach Boy, thank you, sir. This is good stuff. Beach Boy saying, here's 30 shekels. Bought back my 35 GameStop covered calls for $3,750 profit. Thank you, Uncle Bruce and Jay Powell. There you go. Rock and roll. You got to love this. Nice work, Beach Boy, says Alberto. Nice work. We're down 66 on the Dow, down 10 on S&P, down 28 on NASDAQ, and oil down 73 cents right now. GameStop 31.39. We're down 46 cents on AMC, it looks like. combined, and we're still red all over the place. Boeing holding a 57-cent gain. Apple up 33 cents. HPQ down 157. Cisco down 22. Home Depot down 86. IBM down 121. Microsoft up 19. Goldman down 79. Google down 2. Amazon up down 16 cents. All righty. Hey, Uncle Bruce, JRP. Hey, buddy. I finally understood options when I realized that as a writer, option prices move opposite of stock prices. But no worry, time decay is a friend of the writer. Yes. Sinking in. It's coming together. Yeah, it's coming in. Tiff bought back the HPQ cover call I wrote yesterday with a $42 profit. I'm going to try and sell it again. JR, just take the cross your arms and wait. The market swings wildly. Lost a boatload from fear and making moves too fast. Got it? Just patiently wait it out. That's all right. Time is your ally. It's your secret weapon. Your secret weapon. It can bail you out of a wrong moving market. It'll still make you money. The option writers make money. You're welcome to the party, pal. Yeah, way to go. We're down 34 on the Dow, I think. Still 38 now. GameStop 31.50 down 46 cents. What a crazy market. Powell having all kinds of fun. So much fun. Stocks fall, treasury yields climb as Fed's Powell vows to fight inflation until the job is done. Okay. Let's go. Beach Boy, go Tiff. Way to make money. We're down 80 on the Dow now, apparently. I think we're down 80. We're down 50 on NASDAQ, 13 on S&P. We seem to be going lower. 31.35 on GameStop. We're dropping again, it looks like. Lots of volatility just all over the place. Thank you, those of you who are helping out with the thumbs ups. 169 thumbs ups are here. And we're adding to that, hoping to break 200 shortly. 31 thumbs ups needed to hit 200. Keep those coming in, guys, if you can. Thank you very, very much for the thumbs ups right here. Coyote Powell, I will kill inflation with my bare hands if I have to. Wow, strong words. I'm kidding. Yeah, down 65 on the Dow Jones. GameStop 31.33 now. The low of the day 30.78. We're not done yet. We could be even lower. Isn't this something? SoFi off a dime. Yep. Pfizer down 25 cents. Apple down 14. HBQ down 160. Indeed, option money being made today. Absolutely. Coyote's loving it. Alberto's loving it. Coyote Alberto, I can't believe he said that. 59 drop now on the Dow Jones. And GameStop 31.31 down 65 cents at the moment. Yeah. Thank you, guys. Thank you. Let's see. We're trying to stay up on this entire trend of this market. What a day today. Option expiry day, kids. 176 thumbs ups are in here now, guys. Thank you for hitting those thumbs ups. 24 left to get for 200, and I know we're going to break 200. You guys always help me out. Look at that. 177 are here. I need 23 more. BW. Oh, man. Alex Coyote, shades of Putin riding a horse bare-chested. The emperor has no clothes. Oh, my gosh. Oh, man. Let's see here. Where are we? Here we go. We're down 36 at the moment on the Dow. 31.34 on GameStop, down 62 cents. SoFi down a dime. AMC and Ape combined are off 42 cents. Just around $16 at the moment. We're red all over the place on some of our smaller stocks. Tesla's still up 560 to 301. Pfizer down 21, Boeing up 82, Apple down 4, HPQ down 166, Cisco down 29. Rear red everywhere. IBM down 110, Google down $2, Amazon down 25 cents, Goldman down 49. Moderna down 58 cents. There you go. All right. The Dow off 45 or so, it would appear, and GameStop 31.32 right now. All right. Yeah, Alberto loves what Alex is writing. Tons of fun, you guys. Way to go out there, making some dough today, taking some cash from the option gamblers. Oh, the gamblers went nuts there for a while as he's speaking away. Wild. Ugh. Oh man, oh man, oh man, oh man. Moderna sues Pfizer Biotech for mRNA patent infringement. NIO stock is rising. The EV maker's internal review addresses short sellers' claims. Always a battle going on between short sellers who speak. U.S. bond yields pivot higher as Powell delivers Jackson Hole address. There you are. We got a lot going on here this morning. Powell says curbing inflation will cause pain for U.S. households and businesses. That is definitely out there. And now, of course, a lot of interpretation of what he meant by what he said and how he said what he meant and how he meant what he said. And we trust you and don't believe you, and we believe you and we don't trust you. Around and around and around we go with all kinds of commentary. Hawkeye seems like it's been weeks setting up for today and now making the bucks. Yes. Hawkeye's figuring it out too. Nice going, Hawkeye. Definitely coming together here. More and more viewers joining in to this channel, becoming option writers and realizing he's right. I can make money writing these. Unbelievable. These gamblers are dropping all kinds of money in the option market. I can have some of this for me. 82-point drop on the Dow now, 14 on S&P, 58 drop on NASDAQ. We're down on all three markets again. As we were watching GameStop now, 31.17 down 79 cents, and red everywhere. Down 90 now on the Dow. Another dip coming through here at the moment. See just where it goes. Unreal. Coming up to my 2-hour window here in about 7-8 minutes. BW, why do so many people revere people in government? They have a job the same as anyone else. They just have a larger platform. People should never revere political positions. Yeah, Michael sold SoFi 7s for next Friday for 19 cents and already bought back at 9, made a quick $1,100 on those. When you write enough of them, you can do that. Way to go, Michael. Pulling in some dough here. Let's see. Alibaba NIO stocks rally along with other Chinese names as SEC reaches audit deal with China. I don't trust that deal at all. I don't trust that deal. Alberto, Uncle, should we be writing on SoFi? I really wouldn't be. I mean, 648 is the stock price. I just, for those of you who are new to this, I really wouldn't do an option right now. You're better off just sitting tight and let the stock make a move higher, because that's what's going to happen. I am certain this is going to go back to the $8-10 neighborhood. And then you're going to look at $10 and $11 and $12 option rights to start with. I just sense we're close to a breakout from here. We've gone through this whole SoftBank garbage where they finally got out, I think, and we're going to turn it around. I think there's going to be a lot of buy recommendations coming out now from analysts over the weekend. I just would not be writing today on SoFi. Just wouldn't do it. That's me. That's just okay. Anyway, As a wise man once said, I don't trust like that. Michael, not now, though Bruce doesn't agree with my moves. Alberto, okay, thanks, Uncle. Yeah, I would just hold off. I mean, if you're writing options on SoFi, you're trying to make pennies. If the stock goes up, it's going up dollars. And then when you write options at higher levels, you're not going to make pennies. You're going to make quarters or dollars. And I'd rather you try to make quarters and dollars, not pennies. But hey, I get it. I mean, if you can write a whack of contracts and make a quick 7, 8, 10 cents on them, more power to you. But a lot of you can't do that. A lot of you can only write 3 or 4 contracts, 15, maybe 10. You're going to get eaten alive on commissions. And, you need to make 3 or 4 pennies to break even on these trades. It's just not worth it. And so unless you can write gazillions of them, and even then you're a full timer, you're on that platform level 2, level 3, you can really keep an eye on it. I just wouldn't. You're playing with fire down here for no reason. You're better off letting the stock appreciate it. It's off 21 cents, unfortunately, at the moment, but you're better off to just let the stock make its move and then look to right later. That's me. But that's me. What can I say? We're down 195 on the Dow. And so here we are again, right? Here we are again on the Dow. Another drop on the Dow yet again. Okay. This speech of Powell will have its effect, and we're now down 200. It will have its effect as more and more people realize what he really said today. He did not say we're going to sing Kumbaya around the campfire tonight. That's not what we're going to do. We're going to be around the campfire and say, what happened to Charlie? Did he go under? That's too bad because the economy is really taking a hit on him. We're down to 3107 now on GameStop. We're going lower. So yeah, we're going to see carnage. We're going to see hardship. We're going to see businesses not do as well. We're going to see the stock market go lower because you cannot trade at a very high PE multiple when you have higher rates. We're going to have higher interest rates, significantly higher interest rates. Read between the lines. They're going up. Mortgages aren't going to be 5.5%. They're going to be 7.5%, 8%. It's coming. He's right there talking about pain for households. What do you think that means? We can't have Netflix anymore? No. Much more than that. Much worse. Just say it. Alberto, I can write 500 right now. Yeah, I wouldn't do that. No. You'll be pulling in some serious money soon, really soon. But you got to let SoFi just stay over there. We'll work on that. Bleacher Creature, Alberto, if you have the cash secured puts, pile up those shares, and it will rise to 8 to 10, as Uncle Bruce mentioned. Alberto, thanks, Bleacher Creature. John, later, folks. Take care. Alberto, that's all, folks. See you all later. Get that dinero right on, buddy. Making some dough. The Dow is off 300 now. We're down 313 on the Dow. GameStop 3104, 3094. We're going down to a new low on GameStop in a hurry. We're quickly backing off here. 3088 on GameStop. We're a dime away from the low of the day. Okay. Don't do what I do, kids, says Michael. There you go. We are at 307 on the down dip for the Dow, 47 on S&P, NASDAQ down 170. Let's see here. Oil prices are up now 15 cents. 3088 on GameStop, low of the day, 3078. Okay. Low of the day, 3078. We're at 3088 on GameStop. We're backing off all over the place. Tesla's only up 190 now. Pfizer down 47. Boeing down $1.26. Apple down 132. HPQ down 209. Cisco down 71. Home Depot down 430. Vanik down 470. IBM down 180. Microsoft down 269. Goldman down 398. Google down 340. Amazon down 196. Meta 172 lower. Your options are dropping in value everywhere. Keep an eye and look for stink bids to buy back cheap, cheap, cheap. Nothing wrong with intraday buybacks. Nothing wrong with that. Tiff, Uncle Bruce, a whelp as usual. Bought back too early. Think HPQ will recover soon or should just sell a covered call down here? Let's say more bad news coming out. Who knows? Look, you can sell here and put in stink bids to buy back. We gained 300 yesterday on the Dow, didn't we? We gained 300. We've given it back right now. In the last 15 minutes, we've dropped 250 points. The street is getting the message. It takes a while to penetrate the ears and hit the brain, and they figure it out. We're down 169 on NASDAQ, and this is a nothing burger, down 300 points. It's not even 1%. We're not sitting on a down day yet. We could have much more than this. Just saying. I'm not guaranteeing a further drop on any of these stocks, but we're down 327 on the Dow, and we're falling. We're down 50 on S&P, 178 on NASDAQ. All three indexes are off at least a percentage point. 1 point on the Dow, 1.26 on S&P, 1.5 on NASDAQ. There you go. I'm talking HPQ. Sorry, I know HPQ. I got it. I got you. Yeah. It could well go lower. 374 on the Dow now. We're dropping 30 points. Boom, another 30, another 20, 30. I'm not saying we're going down 1,000 points. We could, but I'm not saying it. We're just getting a sell-off now. We're getting a reaction to this man's commentary. He didn't say what people wanted to hear to make the market go up 1,000 points. He didn't say that, did he? And here we go. Down we go. This chicanery, says Coyote. There you go. 30.79 on GameStop. We just hit new lows, 30.76. We're at the lows of the day now, 30.76 on GameStop. We're going lower on GameStop now. AMC is off 82 cents combined between the two stocks. It's dropping. Here we go. Bama Babe. Buy them. Just hit stink bid. Buy back on another one. There you go. Bama Babe is locking in profits right here, right now. Put your stink bids in on your contracts. Super stink bids and take the money. Why not? Where are we at right now? GameStop 30.79 with the low trade of 30. This looks like 30.76. Yeah, 30.76 was the low trade of the day on GameStop. Alrighty, folks, there it is. Down 414 points on the Dow Jones now. We're down 400. 60-point drop on S&P, 200 on NASDAQ. There it is. Now, let me take a look at some other stuff here. Interest rates. Let's see if I can get this to work. Maybe I can, and maybe I can't. Here we go. Interest rates. U.S. rates still at 306, not surging. Germany rates are higher for sure, 141, 1.42. Italy has gone up to 3.73. Spain at 2.6 is up. UK 2.63 is definitely higher. On currencies, the euro is backing up a little bit. The pound is definitely lower on the day, just a bit. They're backing up a little bit there. USA, we're down 15 cents on oil. The Dow down 366 as volatility kicks through. We're at 30.88 on GameStop. The low of 30.76. We're down $1.08. And all of your call options should be working in your favor. Alberto says, get that dinero, Bama. Coyote, putrid bids, abomination bids, rotten bids, says Coyote. Where's my rotten soldiers at? D.A. Judah, Uncle Bruce, why does the Fed pick Jackson Hole, Wyoming, of all places? They started in 82. I don't know. Alberto, I'm laughing here. Joe, finally, after weeks of rolling my GameStop, I've been able to buy 8 of my contracts. Time to rinse and repeat. Welcome back to the party, Joe. It's good to see you here. Alex, stink bid hit. Boom. Got my contracts back. Cheap, cheap, cheap. Giddy up. Down 87 cents combined on AMC now. Trading under 16. GameStop 30.88 down $1.08. SoFi down 30. ME down 24. Matterport down 12. ATIP 97.4 cents. Rocket Lab down 21. SmartRent down 12. Spire down 13. Cyxtera down 43. Tesla's only up 96 cents. Pfizer down 50. Boeing down 177. Apple down 182. HPQ down $2. Cisco down 3. No, Cisco. Where am I? Hang on. Cisco down 88. Twitter down 64. Home Depot down $5. Carvana 235 lower. Robinhood 950 down 31. Vanik down $6.10 to 229. IBM down 229. Microsoft off $4, 274-ish. Goldman down 440. Google down 399. Amazon down 268. The Meta, Facebook down 268 as well. BlackBerry down 20 cents. Royal Caribbean down 119 to 42.90. Target down $3. Costco down 670. Walmart down 130. Nvidia down $7. It's going red. We're down 381 on the Dow. Now make it 409 on the Dow. GameStop 30.88. Low of the day 30.76. Tradition, I guess, says Gaudy to DH root of DQ. Abomination. Gaudy, that red line on the S&P is something, laughing out loud. Right now, S&P 4138 down 60 points, 1.43%. NASDAQ down 209 now, 1.66. The Dow 409 down 1.23 was the low just seconds ago, as selling keeps accelerating and coming through a little further through more and more of the market. That is what's going on, kids. I've been on the air 206, and I got to go with Jennifer. We've got to get our breakfast in. For the afternoon show, I will be at a different location because we are checking out of this hotel today. Our secret location, we'll be in another secret location later. Look for that. Well sold on HPQ. Well, I sold an HPQ 33 strike next Friday for 88 cents. Guess I can roll if I have to, or maybe buy it back later for less today. Crazy how the market reacts to things. Did people think inflation was magically over? Exactly. They drink the Kool-Aid. This don't get it. We're down 409 on the Dow right now. GameStop 30.86. It's 10 cents away from the low of the day as we keep coming off. Thanks, everybody, says John Anderson. DH, Ruda, Michael, glass half full, half empty outlook, I believe. There you go. Down 395 on the Dow Jones. And welcome to the speech from Jackson Hole, everybody. How did you like that? That's what's going on. Like I said, if you're buying back calls today with stink bids, beautiful job. Tiff, my stink bid is set at 21, Bruce. I sold them at 88. I'm going to buy them at 21. You might get them today. You never know. Who knows? Bama, well, this has been a fun morning. I hope everyone has a bigger cash account today, says Bama Babe. Way to go, Bama Babe. Everybody who picked up, any of you are buying the 4 for 3 class deal on my website, thank you for the donations to this PayPal account right here, $299.99 US. We'll get you 4 classes for the price of 3. Send me an email after you make this donation. I will get you your classes today. Jen and I are going to have a bite to eat. I'll get you your classes, and we'll see you this afternoon at 3 o'clock Eastern time for the final hour of trading today on option expiry day. It's payday for a bunch of you guys. Of course, every day is payday when you write options. You never know when you buy back contracts. It can happen in minutes, hours. You got to love it how this works. Thank you, all of you, for your support, donations, and kind words, and you name it. 3207 on HPQ. We're at the low of the day on HPQ, down 240. The lower it goes, the lower those contracts go. You got to love that. Karen, Uncle Bruce is a clandestine bagel broker. How about that? Says Karen. Thanks, Karen, so much. Appreciate it, everybody. Have a great morning. We'll see you this afternoon at 3. And we'll close this market down together. 3204 on HPQ. We just went down again. Down go those contracts. The Dow's off 434. GameStop 3073. New lows right now on your GameStop. 3068. another new low right now on GameStop. It's backing off 128 and falling. And AMC Ape combined off now 95 cents on the day. They're sitting at 1547 combined value. There it is, 633 on SoFi. We're off all over the place. Okay, keep an eye on your markets, your options. Put in your stink bids to buy them back nice and cheap. Beautiful job, everybody. Keep up the good work. I will see you at 3 o'clock Eastern time today, and we'll stay on top of this for sure. Moon Mamu is happy. Alberto, boom, stink hit. Thanks, Uncle Powell. Now let's go, BA. Way to go, Alberto. Take it in the money. They're just giving it to you. You might as well take it. It's better in your hands than someone else's. Well done, everyone. Keep up the good work. I will see you this afternoon at 3 o'clock. Thanks, guys. Bye for now.